Welcome to my channel. Solving linear programming problem using graphical method is the topic of explanation. Before reading the question, let us look at the table. A manufacturer has employed two types of workers, skilled men and semi-skilled men. He has employed 5 skilled men and 10 semi-skilled men. He has done that. The manufacturer has employed them in order to produce a product in two qualities. One, deluxe model. Two, ordinary model. The profit for producing one unit of deluxe model is 100. Rupees 800 is the profit for producing one unit of ordinary model. For producing one unit of deluxe model, a skilled man have to work 2 hours and a semi-skilled man have to work 2 hours. For producing ordinary model, a skilled man have to work 1 hour and a semi-skilled man have to work 3 hours. What is this 8? No man can work 8 hours per day, which means that the total time available for 5 skilled men is 40 hours, which is nothing but 5 into 8, 40 hours. Similarly, the total time available for 10 semi-skilled men is 80 hours. 10 into 8 is nothing but 80 hours. Now, we'll read the question. A small manufacturer employs 5 skilled men and 10 semi-skilled men for making a product in two qualities. 5 skilled men and 10 semi-skilled men for making a product in two qualities, deluxe model and ordinary model. The production of a deluxe model requires 2-hour work by a skilled man and 2-hour work by a semi-skilled man. The ordinary model requires 1-hour work by a skilled man and 3-hour work by a semi-skilled man. For deluxe model, the production in order to produce deluxe model, skilled men have to work 2 hours, semi-skilled men have to work 2 hours. Similarly, for ordinary model, 1-hour work by skilled men, 3-hour work by semi-skilled men. The profit of deluxe model and ordinary model is 100 per unit and 800 per unit. 100, 800. Formulate a linear programming model to determine the production volume of each model such that the total profit is maximized. So, in order to formulate a LPM model, let's assume X is equal to number of units of deluxe model production. Y is equal to number of units of ordinary model production. These two are nothing but the decision variables. Now, by looking at this table, so as the question is talking about total profit needs to be maximized, so we are writing down as maximize Z is equal to 100 X plus 800 Y, which is nothing but objective function. Now, total amount of skilled men required is 2x plus y less than or equal to 40. Why less than or equal to? Because the available time is less than 40 hours. Similarly, total amount of semi-skilled men required is 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 80. X comma y greater than or equal to 0, which means x and y will only take positive values. These two equations are the constraints. So a linear programming problem has decision variables, objective function, constraints, and non-negative restriction. Now, in order to solve this, achieve this objective, let us take out this equation. Let us take this first equation, 2x plus y less than or equal to 40. Now, substitute x is equal to 0 in this equation. You get y is equal to 40. Now substitute y is equal to 0 in this equation, you get x is equal to 40 by 2, which is nothing but 20. Okay. Similarly, the same process have to be applied for this next equation, which is 2x plus 3y less than or equal to 80. For this equation, substitute x is equal to 0 in this equation. Substitute x is equal to 0 in this equation, you get y is equal to 80 by 3, which is nothing but 26.67. Now substitute y is equal to 0 in this equation, you get x is equal to 40 by 2, 80 by 2, 40. Now plot these points on a graph. on a graph. Now this line represents first equation. This line represents second equation. Okay, now this is the intersection point of both the equations. Now this region has been shaded because this problem is of maximization type. In maximization type problems, the lower boundary is considered. So in this lower boundary, you have 4 points and we have named it as A, B, C, O. Now, in order to determine the total profit, we have to substitute all these values, all these points in this equation. See, for A is equal to 0, 26.67, we get this value 21,336. Similarly, for B, C and O, all these values have to be substituted in this equation. We get 17,000, 2,000, 0. Out of all these values, out of all these points, the maximum, we are asked to find out the maximum value. So out of all these points, this is the maximum value. Okay, so this part of the question is solved. This is the answer. Now the other part of the question talks about the production volume of each model, which is nothing but the manufacturer has to produce zero deluxe model and approximately 27 ordinary models, such that the total profit is maximized.